Hey everybody, thanks for listening to On the Podcast, a short episode format podcast that you can listen to while you're doing your business on the pod. Or maybe you have spilled water all over your laptop.
Oh no. Yeah. Knock on wood, I haven't done that recently. I've done coffee too.
Oh. Mine's always only ever been water, thank goodness.
Flip it over and just shake furiously.
Oh, I just flip it over and I leave it, and then I might put like a towel down and put it on top of the towel in hopes that, like, I don't know, maybe that's like wicking the water out.
I've done the compressed air too.
I've
between the
that.
keys.
That's probably smart.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yep. So it's gonna be a while. You're not working.
Yeah, no, leave
You're
that
done
thing.
working.
Don't touch it.
You gotta leave it. You gotta get that water away from where it just ended up. It's gonna be a while. Turn on an episode of our podcast and learn a little while you figure out if you're ever gonna get your computer back or not.
Just panic, and I hope you backed everything up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Liz.
And I'm Katie. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Katie.
What are we talking about today?
Katie, we are past this by now, but we are in April. And sometimes this creeps up on me and sometimes it doesn't. But how do you feel about April Fool's Day?
Oh, I always forget. I always forget until I see something weird on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never actively participated in it. I'm not that clever. I wish I was. I'm just not.
Did you, like, as a kid, did you ever do anything?
Never.
Okay. We always put rubber bands around the, like, sprayer on the sink to spray our dad in the morning. And I legitimately think he, like, knew it was happening and he just did it to, like, entertain us.
I'm sure.
But then again, I've gotten older and I'm like, well, maybe he forgot.
Could be either one.
Yeah, but that was like our go-to prank.
I love it.
I personally don't love April Fool's Day. Like, I feel like it's all in good fun, but, like, it's become something that is, like, now so expected that it's hard to get away with anything anymore. So it's just kind of like, okay,
that's
April
true.
Fools.
Yeah.
But it had me wondering, like, where the heck did April Fools come from? Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
So there's a lot of debate that the actual initial original mention of April Fools was in the Canterbury Tales by Chaucer, for those of you who may or may not know. Does anybody care to know what the Canterbury Tales are? A piece of literature from the 1300s, 1392 to be exact. Actually, I think it took several years, and it's a book of many, many stories, and the speculation is that there's actually it's not even a complete work, that a lot of these stories were never found.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, boring.
Literature.
Historical literature, blah. So one of the tales is the nun's priest tale, and there's a chicken called Chanticleer, which school is that? Which college is that? The Chanticleers?
I have no idea. Sports and me, we don't mix.
March Madness is just wrapped up. NCAA. I can't remember the Chanticleers are. Now I know where it comes from. It comes from Chaucer. Which school it is? Couldn't tell you.
Chanticleers.
Couldn't tell you which school it is.
Californian Chanticleers.
I like that. Yeah, I know that's good. The College of California Chanticleers. But anyway, so this chicken gets tricked by a fox, and it happens since March began, full 32 days and 2, which would then math out to be April 1st.
Well, 32 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because March has 31 days.
Yeah.
So that is, in theory, the very first mention of April 1st and foolery and trickery and whatever. In 1508, Eloy de Amerval just a heads up, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that I don't know what they are pronounced to be. So this guy was a French poet, and he referred to Poisson d'Avril, which is April's fish, which I will talk about a little bit later, what April's fish means. But in the Middle Ages, New Year's was celebrated around April 1st. So the thought is that it was something like that.
Okay.
And then in 1686, the British philosopher John Aubrey referred to Fool's Holy Day, where a whole bunch of people on April 1st, 1686, were tricked into going to the Tower of London to watch lions get washed. Which, like, they weren't. But they got tricked, too.
So they showed up and nothing happened.
And the lions weren't getting washed. Because remember, the Tower of London
Joke's
did
on
have animals. Remember how we talked about the haunting of the Tower of London?
Yeah.
What is it, a ghost bear or whatever?
Yeah, I think so. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Plausible.
Yeah, very plausible, but nobody got to see them get washed. But I wanted to talk about April Fool's Day across the world, because this is a world phenomenon. So in Armenia, it's very similar to, like, the United States. It's typical to pull pranks on your coworkers, like tying their shoelaces together, putting fake spiders in their drawers, swapping the sugar for salt, in their coffee.
Yeah.
Politicians, I guess, end up, like, involving themselves quite a bit in April Fools. Jeez. In Armenia, and one of these years, one of the pranks that they pulled was, like, that one of these politicians had fathered a child with someone else.
Oh.
But it took a whole year to debunk. Like, people believed it so seriously that it took them a whole year to be like, no, that was just an April Fool's trick.
Ooh, that's something that I don't know if you mess around with, especially with politicians. But hey, I don't know. Whatever floats your boat, I guess, tickles your funny bone.
All in good fun. Let's talk about the April's fish. So that typically is, this is like a thing that Italy, France, and Belgium do. They will, the whole prank is like pinning a paper fish to someone's back. And then I guess, like, a way to let the people know that it's a prank, they'll make a reference to a fish.
Like in conversation?
Yeah, like in conversation or like a news article or whatever. It's called, I don't know why it's called that, but there you go. Ask your Italian, French, Belgian friends why they do that. I thought Germany was funny when they tell their whole thing is they tell a fake story and they follow it by April.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, Germany, cool. Always the jokesters. Germans.
Yeah. For Iran, it falls along something called Sizdan Bedor, which is a 13-day festival where it's basically spent having picnics outside for 13 days, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
My favorite is what Ireland does.
Ooh, I don't know this.
So they entrust a victim with a letter, and they tell that victim, like, hey, you got to deliver this to this person. So then that victim delivers the letter to the person reads it, and then they turn to that victim again and they go, you actually got to send this to this person. So they go to that next person, and that person reads it, and they're like, actually, you got to deliver it to this person. And in the letter, it says, send the fool further. So the idea is that you just keep sending this poor person to deliver this letter endlessly.
I wonder if that's something that still happens, because that feels like something that would have happened, but pre-technology.
I don't know. In Nordic countries, news outlets will publish exactly one false story. Exactly one. It is on the front page, but it's not the headline.
Yeah.
And they typically end the story with, April, din du ma sil jag kan lora dig vart jag vill. Which translates to, April, you silly herring. I can trick you whenever I want.
Ooh.
I like that.
I like that. The news ones, those are usually the ones that get me.
That's what gets most people.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of the news on that day. But I do think that, like, we should, moving forward, end our April Fools with April, you silly herring. I can trick you whenever I want.
Yeah, I do like that. Although then people just play into the fake news thing, which I don't love.
Yeah, it's true.
Double-edged sword. But
Yeah.
I do like that. I like
that's
the
why you
herring
have to give
part.
that. Yeah, you got to call somebody a silly herring. In Poland, April Fool's Day is taken so seriously that in 1683, Poland signed an anti-Turkish alliance with Leopold I on April 1st, but they backdated it to March 31st to make sure people knew it was, like, legit, not a joke.
I thought you were going to say that was the joke. I was like, oh, God,
No.
that's kind of...
Maybe it would have been better if it was a joke.
Yeah.
In Ukraine, it's a big deal. There's a big festival in Odessa.
Mm-hmm.
There's concerts, fairs, performances, costumes. They dress up monuments. There's a clown festival. It's a big deal in Ukraine.
Clown festival sounds creepy.
Yeah, I wouldn't go.
Me neither.
I wouldn't go. Really interesting. In the UK, pranks end at noon.
Oh.
Which I don't hate. I'm like, yeah, let's
Cut that off.
let's have our fun in the morning and then call it good. You know?
And get back to our lives.
Yeah. We've had enough of this. It's now old. And then finally, I don't know if you know this, because you're a big parade person,
Love a good parade.
but New York City, since 1986, has put on a parade on April Fool's Day.
I did not know that.
You gotta go.
Yeah. What kind of parade?
Just like people dress up in costumes as fools and whatever. Yeah.
Throwing herrings at people.
Well, not in New York. That's in the Nordic countries.
I should adopt it. Why not?
Well, yeah. I agree.
Huh, interesting. Okay. I do remember, and I don't honestly know if this was an April Fool's thing or just like a mean middle schooler thing. Oh, this was so messed up. This kid, I don't remember. He stole his backpack. One kid stole another kid's backpack, and then he got back at him. Oh no, I know what it was. Okay, so this kid fed him mint Oreos, which was Oreos but with toothpaste in it.
Yeah.
And then it was like the cool kid versus the like just kind of weird kid. The weird kid did the Oreos. The mean one then gave him back laxatives.
Oh, boy.
Chocolate laxatives.
Yikes.
And he took his backpack into the bathroom and pooped in it.
No!
Oh, isn't that so messed up?
Oh, my gosh.
I don't remember if it was an April Fool's prank or if it was just mean middle school stuff. Rough, dude, rough.
Oof, yeah, I love a harmless prank.
That was not harmless.
Not harmless.
The Oreo toothpaste one.
Relatively harmless.
Relatively harmless.
Yeah. Yikes.
Ooh. So anyway, on that note, thanks, Liz.
Yeah. Listeners, watchers out there, let us know. Do you participate in April Fool's Day? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
Saran wrap over the potty.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that inside my body?
Tomfoolery. And a little bit of knowledge.
Okay. See you next time.
Bye.